the hell? And people believed it. People believed it. I think one of the better moments, one of the more classic moments, instant classic moments, is when President Obama was channeling his inner Kobe Bryant. And at the end of his set, he said this.
With that, I just have two more words to say. Obama out.
And just dropped the microphone. Vis-a-vis Kobe Bryant when he said, Mamba out, right? And just kind of walked away from an illustrious NBA career. Interesting. But Larry Wilmore basically stole the show with his comments. And if you missed it, again, I'm going to play this for you in its entirety. There is so-called explicit language. If you believe the N-word is explicit, check it out for yourself.
When I was a kid, I lived in a country where people couldn't accept a black quarterback. Now think about that. A black man was thought by his mere color not good enough to lead a football team. And now, to live in your time, Mr. President, when a black man can lead the entire free world. Words alone do me no justice. So, Mr. President, if I'm going to keep it 100, yo, Barry, you did it, my nigga. Did it.
Yo, Barry, you did it, my ninja. He did it. I want to get your thoughts on that. Was that appropriate in your opinion? I mean, given the context, sarcasm, wit, tongue-in-cheek, humor, everyone's taking shots at politicians, the president, the candidates. Was that off the rail completely? I don't know if it was off the rails completely. But is that humor? Let me give you my thoughts very quickly, and I want to read yours. I want you to share your thoughts with me. I could have did that. Really? That's what comedy is these days? Just dropping an N-word? When the rappers do it, they call it gratuitous, out of place. It's superfluous. It's too much. What? That's the only way that you can recognize what this man has done is by dropping the N-word. That's part of me. The other part of me feels like give it the context. Given the context, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, everybody's throwing zingers, sarcasm is in the air, irony is in the air, sharp wit, the whole 9 yards. Was this par for the course? Was this appropriate in your opinion? Yo, Barry, you did it, my nigga. What the hell? What? Come on, Larry. You need better writers. Part of me feel like that. I used to think that Cat Williams got lazy in his comedy because every other word was the N-word. And I get it. It can be funny here or there. But was that the right time and the right moment? I mean, you tell me. Folks are saying it was a room full of white folks, so it was inappropriate. Was that the right time? Ponder it. Also this morning, I want to share with you 3 personal experiences that to this day, I still hearken back to, I still tap into, and they are driving me personally for success. Because, I've done things in the world of talk radio that a lot of people wish that they could, quite honestly. A lot of people dream about starting a public radio show. And then your public radio show catching fire to some degree and you're getting an audience and then making that transition to commercial radio, okay? There's a lot of people in commercial radio, right, commercial talk radio, who started on the weekends who never make it to the weekdays. There's a lot of people that start in commercial radio, they get a shot for a daily show and it doesn't work out. And because of your support, I've been successful on multiple levels. Commercial radio, weekends, weekly radio, host of Straight Talk for 11 years strong. Nights, some of you might remember the night show that was seminal. Pushing the envelope, pushing the meter. Middays. mornings, success on all those levels. And I want to share with you. Again, as I said to you, I want to deliver the Nathan Ivey Show to you each and every day, Monday through Friday, starting at 7 a.m. But there's so much more I want to share. And there's so many people out there that have a voice, they have talent, but they're not really sure how to take it from A to B. I want to share with you this morning 3 personal stories that I still tap into, these 3 personal experiences that I still tap into on a regular basis that keep me driving for success, all right, that push me towards success, okay? And I'm going to read your chat, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning, okay? I'm live, I'm local, and I'm vocal. My name is Nathan Ivey. You're listening to the Nathan Ivey Show, and we'll be right back right after these messages.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at goredforwomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Nathan Ivey in the air chair. This is the Nathan Ivey Show. Before we get to your chat, I want to share, again, this morning, my endeavor is to share 3 personal stories with you. And I'm hoping that at least one person will get something out of it. Again, this show will be made available as a podcast immediately following the end of our broadcast this morning. You can find it at nathanivey.com. Have you ever heard that term before? That saying that if you see it, you can believe it? I believe that is true. I know that's true. And I've told this story many times before that I actually grew up with my grandparents, spent a lot of times with my grandparents as I was a teenager, lived with them, when I was going through college in my early years, last couple of years of high school. And not only did I spend a lot of time with my grandfather, who was influential in molding me into the man that I am today, I spent a lot of time with my uncle Ron. Spent a lot of time with him. And I saw my uncle take an idea and bring it to fruition. Most amazing thing, one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever seen this before? Like literally, I can remember, and my uncle's like 15 years older than me, so we watched TV together. And, he'd be watching all that old school stuff, Rockwood Files, Barnaby Jones, MASH. The latter two I never really got into. Rockwood Files, that was cool. James Rockford. Right, all that stuff. All that. You name it. We used to watch all those old school comedies together. All right. And I'll never forget, I remember the day we were watching something on television, I'm not sure what it was, at my grandparents' house. And he's laying on the couch. He said, I'm going to start a business. And he starts telling me his business idea was a van service. And, you know, when someone says they're going to start a business as a family member, there's a party that feels like, okay, well, you know, great. You don't do that. Because so many people say they're going to do something and they never do it. Isn't that true? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I literally had the benefit of watching this man take an idea that he conceived. He came up with a fabulous name for this van service, okay? And he took it from an idea literally laying on the couch to having a fleet of vans, a small fleet of vans, employees, uniforms, the whole 9 yards. Just hustle, drive. And, you know, I guess because we were closer in age than my grandparents, you know, we were talking on a regular basis. So as he was making these steps from the conception of it, right, to the execution along the way, we would talk about it. As a matter of fact, he started a corporation. As a matter of fact, I was one of the officers in the corporation. More ceremonial than anything else at that particular time. And, you know, it stuck with me. And I always felt like, wow, you know, you can actually get out in this world and make some moves, regardless of skin color, whatever. Black man, okay? Never went to college, okay? Whole 9 yards. Just an idea, hustle, drive, and he has some support from the family. And to this day, that's one of the things that motivates me because I've seen someone else do it. I've seen it. I've seen a black man born in Cincinnati actually do it. And so I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm not really a jealous-hearted person. I've never been the kind of person where I've seen my friends or other people do things and I got jealous. I don't get jealous, okay? I get busy. That's what I do, okay? And to this day, it still has a huge impact on me, as you can probably hear in my voice, that anything is possible, okay? You got a good idea. If you got talent, you put in the sweat equity, you put in the time, you get some support, you get lucky. What is luck? Luck is chance favors the prepared mind. I believe that. And I'm living it right now. I'm going to share 2 more stories with you before we end the show. But enough of me, more of you. Let me go back to the chat. Many people are chiming in. If you missed it, I want to get your thoughts on this comment from Larry Wilmore. For parents who might be listening, he does use the N-word. I'm not going to bleep it out, because it's relevant to the conversation. And this is the internet, and we don't have to. So check this out.
When I was a kid, I lived in a country where people couldn't accept a black quarterback. Now think about that. A black man was thought by his mere color not good enough to lead a football team. And now, to live in your time, Mr. President, when a black man can lead the entire free world. Words alone do me no justice. So, Mr. President, if I'm going to keep it 100, yo, Barry, you did it, my nigga. Did it.
There's a mixed sort of, there's a mixed response from the audience. Someone's wailing in the background, right? You can hear like on half, some part of the audience like, they gasp. And then other folks are kind of like, I'm not sure I should be clapping. Was that appropriate? Who was Larry Wilmore's writer? Trick Daddy? Who's writing for Larry Wilmore? Cat Williams? Come on, Larry. You could have did better than that, bro. You could have did better than that. That's your final remark, but hey, it worked. People will be talking about it. I'm sure people will tune into his show. He'll get a lot of clicks. And if you missed it, the video, you can find it on the internet. I haven't posted it on my Facebook page. President Obama responds by pumping, like doing a fist pump on his chest. Like, yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you, my N-word. Thank you, my ninja. What? This where we are now? Do you find that is appropriate or not, in your opinion? Hey, Reggie, I checked during the break, man. Send me a direct message, and I'll make sure I put you on board, most def. Good morning, Corey. Daryl writes, well, when you put it on social media, it's everybody's business, dummy. Absolutely. Absolutely.